have friends and family that always tells me, you're so lucky to be single and have no kids. You're living the life. But I got something to show you.
What you about to show us, mama? Ooh, nice air fryer. I don't know, mama. This looks like peace and serenity to me. I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta open up them blinds, though. It's dark in there. Let in the natural sunlight. All right?
Sorry to say, but the lucky one are you.
Is.
Because you have somebody who's waiting for you at home, whether it's your husband or your kids, whether they drive you crazy, whether you feel like you don't got time for yourself. Believe me, the lucky one is you. At least you could eat on the table full of people who loves you, not by yourself, living in an empty house.
I'm going to be honest, mama. I'm going to tell you exactly what your problem is right now, and hopefully you'll be able to see this. We got fried bread and dried lettuce. You just got to stick your game up. That's it. Like, if this is all you got in your toolkit, ain't no man going to take you seriously. You understand me? Where's the arroz con pollo y sazón? ¿Dónde los plátanos? Where are the empanadas? Come on now. Put your best foot forward. Because she's not a bad-looking woman, so it makes you think you can get men. But why can't you keep them? All right? Let's go back in.
House, not having nobody to cater to. So think twice before you tell somebody that's single that they live in the life. Because you don't know how envy they are of you. Wishing they did find that one true love. Someone who to build a family and have kids with. And who to come home to. And remember, it's better to be with people you love and eat on a table with people you love than to be in a house empty.
Yeah.
With no one
Okay.
to share it with.
That she did not spend her primary years prioritizing relationships. So she gets to age 40 at midlife, and there's a crisis.
Yeah.
Because the rest of her life, she does not have what everybody else has. She does not have a primary relationship with the man, and she doesn't have children.
And it eats them up.
That is terrifying for women.
Yeah.
Men become better with age. Women, your options limit.
And we're more independent.
And sorry, ladies, you were lied to.
In all honesty, there's going to be some men out there that are going to see this, have no sympathy. Some might even have an itch of satisfaction as they're watching in real time the feminist dogma biting modern women in the ass. I will admit it's difficult to feel any remorse for women that have lined this future up for themselves because they fail to pay attention to the content that speaks truth into them on this portion of the internet, because they've chosen to listen to information that panders to their empowerment and have failed to look at men-focused content like the ones over here that talk about what men actually want. For all 25.2 women that watch this channel, why don't your homegirls know about this? They should be over here ninja watching just like most of y'all are. You understand me? But I mean, think about it. Men are not up against the same age shot clock as women. And as men get older, women find them much more attractive. In conjunction, men that exude high degrees of masculinity, which is favored from feminine women, actually appreciate their independence. And it's at our genetic core. That's why I say, and Kevin would champion this next thought, that young women should be doing everything in their power to becoming as good of an option to lock down said man before said shot clock expires, because videos like this continue to prove that women require relationships in order to be satisfied in life. But let's proceed.
This is what make it all happen right there.
That's what make it happen.
Look at it.
This is what make it happen.
If a man
look.
want to know how to meet a nice woman, how you meet her?
With this. First damn word come out your mouth, I got money.
But those not respectable women.
I don't want no respect. I want some ass. Damn the respect.
Straight up.
I want you to break down like a 12-gauge double barrel shotgun and show me what you're working with.
But don't you want commitment?
What? To who?
You don't want to be committed.
Come in.
I'm committed to getting her to that bedroom and giving her what she needs and let her go. No, baby. No.
Listen, when the OG speak, you sit down and listen. You understand me?
Because you don't want to listen to her because she's young and she ain't got nothing in her head. So you need an older woman your age. Y'all can talk about
What I'm
politics.
looking for,
You could talk about
what I'm looking for is
the
not in her
70s, the
head.
80s. You could talk about growing up.
What I'm looking for ain't in her head.
I got money. Yo, you know what I find so interesting about this is that I think women's structure for considering men and their kind of maturity level in life is usually predicated on when a man is ready to settle down, meaning that he's a mature man when he's ready to settle down, as if women have the barometer or set the alignment of what considers maturity for a man. But a lot of them just don't understand that a lot of men just don't think like them. Listen, when you get old and you got money and you got the freedom of an Uncle Earl right here, you could just go off and just seed the soil with your oats. One of the last things that you'll be thinking about is being tied down to a monogamous relationship. Now, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to be a season in your life where it'll be more advantageous for you to get into a said relationship and have everyone around you, family dinners, raising children, everything like that. But the gravity and the weight of media pushing to young men's eyes that they are not mature until they want these different things is pure and utter bullshit. It is a standard to get you married because married men often spend more money than single men. Why? Because women drive 80% of the purchasing decisions on average. So there's an economic benefit to push men to get married so they can start living their life of abundance when they're not in control of most of the purchasing decisions. And ergo's the Disney fairy tale, the Disney fantasy. And my thing is that as long as men are making that decision based off of things that are intrinsic to what they actually want to do and understand all the consequences that can go along with divorce, I got no issues with it. My issue with it is those that are dudes that are just lemmings throughout life and think that because they check off all of the boxes as described of what women want out of them without an understanding of what they want out of life, then you're doing yourself a disservice. Listen, relationships, monogamy, and marriage is hardwired from a biological evolutionary perspective into women's makeups. But just make sure on your quest to make her happy, you're not setting yourself up for a lifestyle that you're not ready for. Copyright. Huh? What's happening here? Conscious women birthing babies by multiple men are courageously choosing the responsibility of healing multiple bloodlines simultaneously. Women are gods in human form. This young lady has mastered woke ultra instinct. If your idea of healing the world in multiple bloodlines is by birthing multiple children by multiple fathers, then please explain why the data clearly shows that children of single parent households have higher rates of high school dropouts, incarcerations, or higher rates of becoming homeless. I see what it is that you're doing as a continuation of generational trauma. Healed women are selective with who she is having children with. But instead, here through your woke bullshit, your irresponsibility is coaxed as empowerment. It's so funny how these woke conscious people can balance their root chakras and all type of shit like that, but they can't seem to balance facts, data, or statistics in their day-to-day affairs, and instead have their messy lives with their airy-fairy concepts like healing multiple bloodlines simultaneously, or that women are gods in human form to cover up their F-ups. This is simply deflection to preserve her free spirit ass from any accountability.
And you know, that's what trips me out. It's like we say women got the unrealistic expectations, and some of them do, but ain't nobody got more unicorn, fairy tale, Dora the Explorer expectations of the opposite sex than us, men. Again, some women do expect a man to be 6 feet tall and make six figures and have a six-pack abs, and that's unrealistic for most men. But I know like 10 dudes already that fit into that category. All you gotta do is have a good job and some good genetics and you're straight. But look at us, like what do we expect of a woman? She gotta be a virgin, but she gotta be a freak. She gotta pay half the bills, but she gotta do 100% of the cleaning, the cooking, the child raising. She gotta...
It's the master of cap, and he is back. Most men are not expecting virgins. We live in a modern time. Feminism has won. I have a strong feeling here that whatever guy that you're getting ready to describe in order to demonstrate why men have so much higher requirements for women as opposed to vice versa will not be a real guy, but it's a keen pandering technique that you've seemed to just master. But also too, if there are any guys out there that are expecting to contribute 50-50 to a relationship while she is doing 100% of the cooking, the cleaning, I think that you're absolutely bugging. I think you have to contribute 4 more financially to take the burden off of her so she can do all of those different types of things, okay? But again, he's stretching the truth completely here. If that does exist, and I'm sure that it does because everything exists on this goddamn planet, it is not the majority. Most men know what it is based off of the income that they're able to supply, or the lifestyle that they're able to give. Let's keep going.
Be exhausted from all of that, you know, all the cooking and washing and cleaning and all that good stuff, and still be horny enough to meet our sexual needs and get a good night's rest, but also wake up in the middle of the night in case we want some head and a turkey sandwich.
And if she doesn't get up in the middle of that night, then you have the right to step on out on her. We all make mistakes. But the shit that you condemn seems to be the shit that you do. What's up with that?
That ain't it. She also got to give birth to all our babies because, you know, we got to have that legacy. But then she can't have no stretch marks and she got to lose that baby weight in 30 days or less. And then she got to do it while fighting postpartum depression by herself because we're going to tell her she having an attitude or something like that.
Again,
because all we thinking about is we ain't got no vagina in the last 6 weeks that she got to take to heal. That ain't it. Then she can get...
Like I said, he's creating a fake person. This is not an actual human being. But let's keep listening.
Older, but she can't look older. Otherwise, we're going to say that she's falling off. Like, the list goes on, but just tell me something. How many women do you know that fit into that category? None. So who really got the unrealistic expectations?
I am. It's been a while, Derek. It's been a while. I don't know where you went, but you're here. You're back again. All right. So, you know, let's have a discussion about it. The men that you were talking about are not the overwhelming majority of men. And the women that get pregnant by men like that should have known before they got pregnant that he was that or somewhat close to that type of a dude. The average man in our society today is blue-pilled as hell. It would placate to the needs of his woman. But the women that you speak to don't go for those type of guys. They don't go for the average guys, even though they goddamn average themselves. Moral of the story, Derek, stop the cap. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Guys, you guys enjoyed today's compilation. Let me know down in the comment box down below. If you did, let's have a fantastic conversation about it. What that last video taught me is no matter what you think or the things that you have to say, there will always be an audience for it. And depending upon the strength of the issue and as well as how much it matters to the audience, then these talking points will always begin to fly around. But my question that I ask the people when I say who it is that you look at and who it is that you follow is, what are the outcomes? What are the outcomes? Because if you can't look at the outcomes, then how do you know that the information works? That's why I even take it out of relationships. People who follow these self-help financial gurus, these crypto, this, that, and the third, but meanwhile, you never see their bank account. They never show you this. They never show you that shit, that yacht and shit that could be on credit. The car leased. The women purchased. It could all be fake. But it's so easy to buy a lifestyle. But what has been proven is that when you pry back the dirty little onions of the fake persona. How is it that they actually live their life? Until next time, YouTube. Peace!
Without further ado, MTR, cut through the BS like we in charge. No cap with the rappers like steel bars. I'm packing and rapping like here we are. Mediocre tutorial reviews. Like, comment, share my views. Come up and I paid my dues. Big step in my black way shoes. MTR, he break it down, yeah, it's MTR. Check out the sound when it's MTR. No one put it down like it's MTR.